Good afternoon, everyone. If you all could please take your seats, we can start the program. Please silence your cell phone and no taking pictures. Are you all ready to have a peaceful afternoon with us here, dear Sister Shivani? Yes. Okay. Special thank you to our musicians, Lourdes, Chris, and Dhruv. Thank you for sharing your talent with us. A huge round of applause for our musicians. Good afternoon, everyone. A very loveful and warm welcome to all those who are gathered here. It is a great pleasure to welcome you all. I would like to thank our gratitude to our dear Sister Shivani for being here in between us this afternoon. The Brahma Kumari's World Spiritual Organization acknowledges the intrinsic goodness of all people. We teach a practical method of meditation that helps individuals understand method of inner strength and values. A worldwide family of individuals from all walks of life, we are committed to spiritual growth and personal transformation, believing them essentials in creating a peaceful world. Acknowledge the challenges of rapid global change, we nurture the well-being of the entire human family by promoting spiritual understanding, leadership with integrity, and elevated actions towards a better world. Now, we're going to see a small video from our additional administrative head, Sweet Sister Mohini. She's also the regional coordinator of the Americas, and she's based in New York. We're going to watch a video now. She's going to welcome you all. Beautiful message. And now I invite Sister Ranjan, the coordinator of North Texas Center.
My brothers and sisters, our friends, our guests,
but also it's
as
I was
thinking of
immortal, a
this
being
topic
of
of light and love since
and
long
also
time,
being of power.
and we
So
really
my mind,
can make it happen,
my intellect,
that we really
instead
experience
of
light
connecting
and
to
lightness,
circumstances,
because
people,
the heaviness in the
situations,
atmosphere and in
I
human
connect
life is
them with the
increasing.
Supreme.
The burden
And I
inside
start
is
taking
bothering everyone, and
love,
how to bring that
peace,
inner lightness with
happiness,
light.
joy,
So what light do we need?
understanding,
Light of knowledge,
all the powers.
light of
And
guidance,
that is what is the need
light of
time.
purity,
And we are
and
fortunate
peace
to have
in our lives.
Sister Shivani.
Now we'll get into the
One who has
candle lighting,
all the
for which
powers.
I will request our dignitaries to be here.
My
I'll call
thoughts,
each person one by one.
I connect
First, I would like to invite
understand
our
my
state representative, Matt
relationship
Shaheen, to join
with
us on
my
the stage.
Creator, one who is eternal.
And I'll request
More I connect
Representative
with one
Shaheen to
Supreme,
invite
there
Beaker
will
Sister
be
Shivani ji to on the stage.
inner
Come.
power, inner peace. Not
Well,
only
thank you, everybody. It is
understand,
so
but
wonderful to be here. Aren't you excited to hear
stability,
from Sister
security.
Shivani in just a few moments?
And I
She's
think
come
that
all
will
the way
most
from
be
India
needed
to
this
spend time with us, and what a great
And
honor that
this
is. And
experience
Gopal, I just want to
of
thank you
being
for
with
your
Supreme
leadership in our community. You do
helps
so
us
much to
to
make our community
come
up here
out
in North
of our
Texas a better
habit of
place.
worrying and
We have a lot to
concern.
celebrate, and I'm looking forward to spending the
But
day
we
with
always
you and to hear
remember
from Sister
that,
Shivani as she
no,
talks
I have
about
to
love and light
be
and
with
hope.
God,
And don't we
with
need a lot of
Father,
hope in the world today? So we're all
but
looking
also
forward to
have
hearing from
awareness
her.
of my own
But
being
we can't have
as
any kind
eternal,
of visitor
immortal,
come
a
to the
being
state
of
of
light,
Texas without giving
and
them
also
a
being
warm
of power.
Texas welcome.
So
And
my
that's where I
mind,
need your help.
my intellect, instead of connecting the circumstances, people, situations.
And so that was a good warm up, but we're going to do even better than that in a second. And so all of us are going to represent over 30 million Texans to welcome BK Shivani. So on the count of three, 1, 2, 3, welcome Sister Shivani.
Sister Shivani with us, and definitely our words will enlighten all of us. Om Shanti. Thank you. Om Shanti. I am so happy
Representative Shaheen
to
is
welcome you all
offering
here
a special
to
proclamation
attend
from the state of
a
Texas.
very beautiful session with Sister Shivani.
As you all
was
know,
founded
that
in
it is
1937.
25 years since the Brahma Kumaris
It
chapter
has all
has
over
started
the
in
world.
Dallas. So we have 25 candles
110
here, and
countries,
slowly, one after the other, I'll
more
be
than
inviting our
10,000
special guests.
branches.
Matt, I would like you to stay there
At
while I
every
continue to
branch, at
invite
every
our other
service
guests.
place,
The next guest is our state
there are
representative,
classes
Frederick
for
Frazier.
meditation,
Representative Frazier, if you can join us
including
and say a
understanding
few
of
words.
spiritual knowledge.
Welcome.
Good instrument.
This is a very
serve
special occasion. Had to
humanity
do a lot of reading up
all
and
over the
understanding, what exactly we're looking at
Teachings
here.
are
And
for
what a special guest to our
everyone
country. What a special guest to all
without
of your
any
hearts. Thank you, Gopal, for putting this together and for
definitions
many
for
things that
either
he has
from
done
a
for our
religion
community.
or
And I know
race
that a
or
lot of you in here
gender.
have been to a lot of
for
events in our
everyone.
communities. And thank you for making this
And the
world a
life
better
changes
place.
completely.
That's what it's all about. Being together,
It is the time
living that love and living that
we are
hope,
all
and making
thinking
sure that we
together here.
show our families the direction North
It is the
Texas is
time
going with
where
that open
there is
heart.
very
I
deep
think
inner
Matt kind of jumped to
seeking
he said everybody get to the,
peace
I think
and
he wanted to get out the yeehaw, but I don't know if that
Whatever
was
is
going to work.
happening in the
So
world
I'm going to
around
say
us.
how we say in Texas, yeehaw, welcome. And so
Very
thank you so much for being here, and God bless.
observe it, watch it. But also, it's very important
Thank you so much,
to gain
Representative
inner
Frazier.
strength to do that.
I would now like to request
And to get inner strength,
Representative Salman
we need to
Bhojani
have
to
connection
join us on the stage.
with the source, with the creator, with the supreme, one who has all the powers. Through my thoughts,
Good afternoon, everybody.
connect.
My name is Salman Bhojani, and I'm really honored to be a Texas State representative representing with these two colleagues of mine at the Texas Capitol, and also honored to be the first Desi ever elected in the history of the state of Texas.
And more I connect with one,
It's such an honor to be here with Sister Shivani. I've heard so many great things about you, and Texas is better for you being here and telling 30 million Texans, or a lot of thousands of people that are here, how peace, love, and compassion can be added in our rhetoric, whether whatever religion you come from, whatever political party you come from, we can do so much good for the community, and thanks to you for promoting that. And as my previous colleagues have said, Texas is huge. Everything in Texas is big. So therefore, I have a third resolution from the state of Texas for Sister Shivani, because we need to make sure that we welcome her with warm and open arms, with a Texas-style welcome. So please join me in giving that to Sister Shivani. Thank you.
and also being of power. So my mind, my intellect,
Salman Bhojani is offering the
instead
proclamation
of connecting
from the
to
state of Texas.
circumstances, people,
Now I'd like to
situations,
invite Susan Fletcher. She is the Collin County Commissioner. She is one go-to person if any of our community members in this county need any help. So Susan, please join us.
joy, understanding.
Thank you so much for having me here. It is such an honor to be here today, to celebrate with you, to have this time to be peaceful and learn how we can spread that in this world. I want to give a very special welcome to Sister Shivani. Thank you so much for coming today. And we are just honored to have you here. And
Om
here in
Shanti.
Collin County, since I represent
I
the
am so
county, I'm
happy
happy to welcome you to Collin
to
County.
welcome you all
And
here
we hope to see you back again.
to
But
attend
I'm very much
very
looking
beautiful
forward to hearing
session
with our world.
with Sister Shivani.
There's a lot of things going on, and it's a testament to all of you
represent
that you
Brahma
recognize that and
Kumaris,
you've come
which
here
was founded
today
in
to hear
1937.
some encouragement. And so
And it
my
has
challenge
all over
to
the
each
world,
one of us, including myself,
in
is to be the
110
change.
countries,
We don't know
more than
what
10,000
tragedy or
branches.
anything that's happened around
every
us
branch,
and
at
why
every
people
service
act the way they
place,
do, but we have a
there are
choice in
classes
how we
for
respond. And
meditation,
so that is my challenge to all of us
including
today, to
understanding
learn
of
and
spiritual knowledge,
to figure out how we can
helping
spread
to
that peace and love throughout our
inculcate
community, because it's so
values
desperately
and
needed.
virtues
Thank
in
you so
life,
much again for having me.
and become a good instrument to serve
Thank you
the
so much,
people
Susan.
all over the world.
Now
Teachings are for
I will continue
everyone.
inviting other guests.
Without under 10 countries, more than 10,000 branches, and every branch at every service place.
Let's take a minute of silence. Sit straight. How many of us want happiness? I want to be happy. And how many of us say, I want peace? And then how many of us believe, I want love? And the person from whom you want is sitting on the chair next to you and also raising their hand. And so you say, I want, and they on the next chair say, I want, and both want. And if both are going to be like this, and then even not getting after wanting, then we say, why am I in this relationship? I'm not getting what I want. I meet many couples now who are contemplating not living with each other. Earlier, when people came to talk about separation, they would have a reason for it. And when there is a reason, mostly there is a solution. But now many of them are coming without a reason. I said, but then why do you want to separate? I said, I'm not getting anything in this relationship. And the other person says, I'm also not getting anything in this relationship. So if I'm not getting anything, why am I here? So we believe that we are with people too. Let's do like this. How does it feel? How does it feel? I want, I want, I want. And how does it feel? Which one is comfortable? Which one is comfortable? This one or this one? Which one is comfortable? You have to give the answer. Which one is comfortable? So then it's very simple. Let's just start saying one line today. I need nothing from anyone. Correct? Chalo, let's say it together. In fact, you can do one thing. You can look at the person sitting next to you. We haven't even said it or done it yet. Let's not live like a victim in life. It's like standing with a begging bowl. Please be nice to me. Please be kind to me. Please respect me. Please call me. Please do this for me. Yes, we are a family. We have a sense of responsibility. We take care of each other, but everyone has a different way of doing it. And sometimes their way doesn't match the way I expect them to be. And so they will say every week, of course I love you, of course I care for you, of course I respect you. And we will say, if you did, then you would have done this, what I wanted you to do. And if you have not done that, whether it's with spouse, whether it is with sibling, whether it is with children, if you've not done that, that means you don't love me. And then we again go back to being like this. And it's not a problem if one person in the family is like this. But if everyone is going to be like this, then who's going to be the giver? So it's just one thought. It's one thought that I'm not going to be in life like this. I'm shifting to becoming a giver. Ready? Are we ready to just say it? Ready to just say it? Yes? But say it with conviction. And say it thinking of all the people with whom you live. I need. Let it be nice and clear and loud. At least for the next person to get convinced, oh, from today, no, my problems are over. That long list of expectations which I am not able to meet of them, that is over today. It doesn't mean we are not going to do what we have to do for each other. But it just means when someone is not my way, simply because their way is a different way, simply because their emotional patterns, their way of thinking, their personality, their nature is different from me, I understand, I accept that they are different from me. And even if they are not being the right way to me, at least I can be the right way to myself and thereby being right to them. So let's say it together. I need what? So let's say I don't need love, respect, care, appreciation, attention, approval, validation, and the long list. It's a long list. Even something as simple as wearing your new dress for the first time. See the silence in the room. See, it changed. What happens when we wear the new dress for the first time? I chose it. I spent good money buying it. I like it. But is that enough? Is that enough? No. And then you walk into your office or you walk into a party and you're subtly pointing towards it, but nobody's looking. It's very subtle, you know, how the mind is working. How much we are dependent on people to approve of me. And leave alone me. First of all, I need people approving only of the dress I've chosen to wear. And so we will wait for that approval, that appreciation. And nobody seems to be paying attention. So then I bring up the topic. And I say, you know what, your dress is looking really nice today. At least the topic of clothes will start, right? If you check, it's very subtle. It's like an addiction. We need this appreciation to feel good. It can be for a dress. It can be for what I've bought. It can be for what I've done. It can be for who I am. And then I feel comfortable when 2, 4, 5 people say, very pretty, very nice, very pretty. How many of you feel nice when someone says, very pretty dress? We have to be honest for the next 1.5 hours. Okay? How many of us feel nice when people say, very pretty dress? Now, here's where the risky part is going to come. If I feel nice and my feeling nice is dependent on the person saying, very pretty dress, then if someone comes and just says, did you try it out and see it in the mirror before you bought it? It's nice, the dress is nice. But, and then they don't complete the sentence because we might not be able to handle so much honesty. So one person said nice, the other one said nice, and I was going like this, right? And then the fourth person said, how many of us will not feel nice when somebody is honest about their opinion? And that means that people need to be dishonest. They need to be faking it to me just to please me. Is that okay? How many of you have the courage to tell a person, I don't like what you're wearing? Most of us will not do it. Not that we have any problem doing it, the problem is they have problem listening to it. And so many of us have mastered the art of believing it's not nice, thinking it's not nice, and yet overdoing it, saying it, you know what, very pretty, very pretty, very pretty, very nice. Whenever you find somebody saying it a little too much, remember they're hiding something. And that's why they're having to say it so much, because they don't want their truth vibrations to reach you. Why are people having to do that to me? Because I don't have the power to listen to their true opinion. Why? Because my feeling nice about myself is not dependent on me. It is dependent on other people believing that my dress is nice. Forget me, right now we're just talking about our clothes. So Shabnam ji, can I request you to stand for 10 seconds? Shabnam ji, what if I had to say in front of 3, 4, 5,000 people that I don't like what you're wearing? It's okay? है ना? Perfect, no? And what thought would you create for me when I say that to you? Let's check our thoughts. We are checking how we are going to think and respond in a situation as simple and small as this, but which, when I don't take care, I create thoughts which are not clean, which are not pure. And what does that do to my vibration? What does that do to my vibration? Just because somebody just came and shared their opinion, I allow my vibrations to go. And when you allow your vibrations to go down there because someone did not validate your choice, second step is internally or verbally, you start criticizing their choices and them. So Shabnam ji, let's share with everybody that if I had to publicly say it, that you know what, I don't think this looks nice on you, right? So what thought can we create? What thought are we going to create? Everyone has to do this. What thought am I going to create so that our vibrations go up, not down? Up is light, down is dense, heavy. Up is happy, down is low. Up is love, down is hurt. So right here in front of 5,000 people, I don't like what you're wearing. It doesn't look nice on you at all. What thought can we create? I still like it. Is that okay? Is that okay? Anyone has this on their mind? I like it, but you should also like it. I obviously like it, that's why I bought it. But I will like it a little more when everyone else starts liking it. So how many of you are going to be comfortable from today if anyone comes up to you and says the truth, I don't like what you're wearing? Ready? Yes? Ready? What is the first thought that we'll create? It's okay. I bought it for myself. I like it. Respect your own choices. I like it. And if you need everybody's validation, then take all of them to buy that dress for you. But don't expect that you buy your choice and then you want everybody else to like it. And then people are supposed to fake it just so that they can please you. And when they fake it to please you, the relationship stands on a very fragile foundation because it's not standing on truth. And then one word will shake the foundation of that relationship. And then if you tell people, but if you didn't like it, you should have just said it. So, no, how can I speak the truth? They would have got hurt. And this is not just about dress, this is about many things in life. Now, Shabnamji, once more. I'm sorry, but I know only your name right now in the hall. Now, Shabnamji, I don't say I don't like your dress. I say I don't like you. Oh, what happened? Oh, my choice, right? My choice? Why don't I like her dress? It's such a pretty dress, but I don't like it. Why? Let's think. Why I don't like something which she likes so much? Why? Why? Very easy answer. Why? Because it is your choice. And is it okay, my choice, your choice different? Achhe se bolo. Is it okay, your choice, my choice different? Very good. So if your choice, my choice different in terms of dress, your choice, my choice different in terms of personality. Is it okay if I say I don't like you? Hanji? Hanji? Okay. She's happy because I don't like, no problem, but all these 5,000 people like her. But you know what? If I have a particular personality, thank you so much. You crying because of that? Naina? She has tears. Are you okay? Oh. She can be very honest. She can be very sincere. And her sincerity and her honesty is very uncomfortable for me. Because I don't have that personality trait of sincerity and honesty. She will be very pure and clean. I don't have that purity and cleanliness. And so my sanskar, my personality trait will not be comfortable with her nature because my nature doesn't match with hers. So when I say I don't like you, it doesn't mean she's wrong. It just means that her sanskar doesn't match mine. But she has a very beautiful sanskar of purity, of honesty, of simplicity. But if she has this only one sanskar that she needs validation from me, then they will reach a stage where she will not like her own sanskar of purity, simplicity, and honesty just because other people are not liking it. So we need only one person to know ourselves first. And who's going to be that one person? Who's going to be that one person? Me, myself. That doesn't mean I am perfect. That doesn't mean I am perfect. It just means I know myself. I know my strengths. I know my specialities. I also know my weaknesses. I don't need people's validation to tell me whether I'm good or not. I don't need people's validation to tell me whether I'm right or not. So many people will keep saying, oh, you're really nice, really nice, really nice, till you are exactly how they want you to be. And the day you do something which is not their way, all that niceness will disappear. Yes or no? So many times we look at our spouse and say, you were so nice earlier. What is the meaning of that line? The meaning of that line is, earlier you were the way my definition of nice was, but today you have changed. It doesn't matter that you have changed for the better, but you are not the way I wanted you to be. We have so many couples where one of them starts coming to the center and they start changing. With meditation, there's a lot of change. and the change is for the better, but the other partner is not interested in that better change. Said, I'm not liking you, what you are becoming after you're going there. The person says, but I'm changing for good. No, I don't want this change. I am happy with what you were. Why? Because that matches my definition of right. So people liking me, not liking me, people liking my choices, not liking my choices, people liking what I have, what I don't have, all reflects. What does that reflect? Does that reflect anything about me? What does that reflect? What does that reflect? So if I say I don't like your dress, it's not about the dress. It's not about the one who has chosen to buy that dress. It's about my choice about that dress. And similarly, when I say I don't like you, it's not about you. It's not about your personality. It's not about what you do. It's about, who is it about? It's about my perception about your personality. So if we want to start being love and radiating love, the one sanskar that has to go today, that means one thinking pattern that has to go today, and that is seeking validation. And sometimes with social media showing up so much around us, we are trying to change ourselves so that we get validation from people. हो रहा है ऐसे या नहीं हो रहा? Can I speak louder? Can he raise the volume from there? Who cannot hear clearly at the back? Please raise your hands. Acha. Is it louder now? Hanji? Louder than this? Ji? Now here we've got entangled into expectations. This is expectations. Now, the issue is whether I will be able to meet up to this expectation. And sometimes we may want to meet up to the expectation of the other person, but I cannot speak louder than this. Now what do I do? Now what do I do? Think. It's easy. It's very easy to expect from people. It's very natural. But sometimes with that expectation, we are not checking. We are not checking what is the capacity of the other soul to be able to create that personality trait that we expect from them. But we have grown up believing that expectation is, fill in the blank, expectation is normal. Okay, we're going to do a little exercise. Keep both your hands here. Mataji, सुनाई दे रहा अब आपको? शुक्रिया जी. अच्छे से? अच्छे से. आपकी आवाज़ तो मुझे बिना माइक के भी सुनाई दे रही है. Both the hands here. Left hand will be the uncomfortable personality traits, nature, sanskar. And the right hand will be the comfortable ones. Don't look at what other people are choosing. We are not going through the era where majority is right. So choose carefully. Because sometimes just looking at what other people are choosing and following that, we may actually choose the wrong one. So don't look at anybody else. Make your choices. And it doesn't matter if we change the next minute, but the choice has to be mine and the change also has to be mine. And once you place it on the left or the right hand side, just gently say it aloud. Left, right, so we get the result because we can't see everybody's hand. Okay, stress. Left is uncomfortable and right is normal, natural, comfortable. What emotion feels comfortable for the mind and the body both? Stress. Everyone's going to say it so that what you are going to say is going to get recorded on your consciousness. So you are not saying it for me to hear or for everyone else to hear. You are saying it for it to get recorded into your system. Stress, happiness, anger, irritation, not normal irritation. Irritation normal, not normal. Left. Criticism, opposite. Right hand side of criticism, appreciation. Fear, opposite. Right opposite. Opposite of fear. Opposite of fear. Expectations. 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 So let's say together, I expect nothing. Opposite. Opposite. So let's say it together. Look at them. Look at the one sitting next to you, family, friends. Gently, gently say to them, I accept you as you are. Let's say it nicely, with feeling. I accept you as you are. Which means, what does that mean? It's a nice word, acceptance. Why expectations is uncomfortable? I create hurt when my expectations are not met. I feel let down when my expectations are not met. I feel not loved when my expectations are not met. So we will see how to shift from expectations to acceptance, provided we at least know which one is natural and which one is not. Because we've grown up believing expectations is natural. Attachment. Attachment. We should not be attached to our children. Not attached to family. Not attached to family. Attachment, opposite. No. Attachment, opposite love. Attachment, opposite love. Attachment is like this. Love is like this. Opposite. If we use the word detachment, it's very scary. So we don't use that word detachment because we don't have the right image of detachment in our mind. We think detachment means indifferent, aloof, not caring. No. It is unconditional love. Unconditional acceptance is equal to detachment. But we will see how we have to create that. Comparison. Comparison, left. Opposite. Opposite of I compare myself to others. Opposite. I accept I learn from others, I'm inspired by others, but I don't compare myself with others. Validation? Opposite? Later. We are in a gathering of 5,000. Opposite of validation. Self-respect. Self-respect. I know myself. I know my strengths. I know my weaknesses. I'm ready to change myself. I can take advice. I can take feedback, but I don't need the world to approve of me. Because only those people will approve of me who are on the same vibration as me or who approve of the vibration on which I am. Right or wrong? So, how many of us want to go higher in our vibrations? And you know what we experience sometimes at the meditation center, when people start coming and they change their way of thinking, they change their way of speaking, they change their way of behaving, their vibrations start going higher, they feel lighter, they feel nicer, but some of them lose a few friends. And why do they lose a few friends? Why do they lose a few friends? Why do they lose a few friends? Because the friends were on a vibration from which the souls have shifted. And then these people will not receive validation from these people. But if these people will seek validation, then just to get the validation, where will they have to go? Why is it very important for us to come out of this addiction of validation? Because if you don't come out of this addiction of validation, you will not be able to empower your children to come out of it. And that is the word which they use, peer pressure. If we don't create an environment at home where we say, I know you, you know me, we know each other, we don't need the world to keep saying, you're very good, you're very nice. Because that era is over where you and me were seeking validation only from people around us whom we knew. They are seeking validation from strangers online. And that validation is so addictive that very soon we start doing something that doesn't even agree with our nature only to receive validation. And that can sometimes take me completely away from my personality. So I only need to start talking to myself and start telling myself, I don't need the world to approve of me. I need to know whether what I'm doing is right or not. Just instruct your mind, that little baby inside here, 5 days, 10 days, 20 days, 30 days, next month it would have given up this nature of validation. This sanskar of validation got created when we were kids. In that era where there was no social media to display our skills and talents and photos, when guests came home, our parents would say, show your painting, show your poetry, show your dance, sing for them. Nice, it's fun. But for a child of 4, 5, everyone's saying, very good boy, very good girl, very sweet boy, very nice girl. It just started teaching me that when the world says I am nice, then I am nice. And when I started feeling good when people were saying I am nice, then that feeling good became addictive. I need only one person to tell me I am nice. I need only one person to tell me I am nice. And I need only one person to tell me this is not right. And who's that going to be that one person? Who is that one person going to be? Are you ready to be that one person for yourself? That is meditation. When we sit in meditation, we're able to see our clutter, we are able to see our thoughts. I'm able to see how I've been critical about somebody. I'm able to see I've created this judgmental thought. I'm able to see how I was not nice today. I'm able to see that even which the world cannot see. So I only need one person to tell me I am right. But because I have not created that relationship with that one person, I needed that affirmation from everyone else. But then only those people will give me that validation when I am the way they want me to be. And it is not necessary in this present time that the way they want me to be is the right way for me. So validation now in this era is risky. You might shift from being your higher version just to seek validation from other people in terms of your choices, decisions, how you think, how you speak, you behave, you buy, you choose. So can we give up that sanskar? Can we switch off the screens at the back? We don't need screens. ठीक है? Validation, opposite. Self-respect. I know myself. I know myself, I check myself very, very deep, and I start changing myself. Ego. Ego. Opposite of ego. Are we realizing that we don't know the right hand answers? Because we've created a world where these are called normal. We are calling all these emotions as normal, and that's why we don't know the normal emotions. Opposite of ego, very simple. This person is so egoistic. Opposite? Humble, huh? Easy. Humility. Humility. Now, whenever someone is not my way, or a situation is not my way, or person is not my way, me getting disturbed or reacting, is it normal? I said switch off the screens, they switched on 2 more. This is all about expectations. See? Tell them to switch off all the screens. We can switch off all the screens. Why we are switching off all the screens? Because today we are addicted to watching screens. So when we switch off the screens, what happens when we switch on the screens, based on experience, sitting right in the front also they go like this. Not doing it consciously. That means how much it has become our habit. And then you gently tell them, you know what, you don't need the screen, you can look in the front. And then they look like this, and unaware, after a minute, it goes like this. That's how we've become deep ingrained looking at screens. But looking at screens right now is not good for our mind, brain, eyes, nothing. We don't need to look at anything. There's nothing to see. Okay? So when situations and people are not my way, is it natural for my mind to get disturbed? Is it natural for my mind to get disturbed? Yes. And if my mind gets disturbed, who do I put the finger on? That who disturbed me? Who disturbed me? So let's change this equation. Let's change this equation. Sister, can you stand for 1 minute? Don't worry, I like your dress and I like you also. Just stand. 5,000 people. I'm not going to be right to you in my behavior right now. I'm going to be very rude, very mean, and use very wrong language. Publicly and recorded, going live. This is your stimulus, and this is stimulus for everybody right now. Situation, not your way. Person, not your way. And probably this is my nature, and I do it almost every day. And when I am not the right way, your getting disturbed is Hanji? It becomes natural, right? Right? Yes, okay. Now, check my power and check your power. My power is I can shout, I can scream, I can be rude, I can be mean, I can do it every day, I can do it publicly, I can go and put it on social media. That is my power. Do I have the power to enter your mind and disturb you? Think. It's not for now, it's forever. I can cheat, I can exploit, I can betray. Do I have the power to enter your mind and disturb you or hurt you? Yes, no, not sure, don't know. How many feel, no, I cannot enter into your mind and disturb you? How many feel sometimes you can, sometimes you can't? Acha, oh, I never thought that was an option. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Okay, आप भी एक बार खड़े हो जाओ. I'm going to be rude, shout, scream. Can I enter into your mind and disturb you? Yes? Sometimes? Right now? Not right now, why? Because you're a peaceful mind. Oh, now let's underline this. Which means I cannot enter your mind when you are peaceful. Oh. And when you are not peaceful, that time I can enter your mind. It's possible what? That I can enter your mind. No, obviously you have to be. Just think again, that's all. Disturbed emotion is there. Disturbing thoughts are there. But do I enter here? There. Can I enter into your mind? Can I come inside your mind? So that is what I've been saying. No, I can't. Everybody. We have lived our life saying, you hurt me, you upset me, you irritated me, you disturbed me. And I am a victim of your behavior. Bichara main. You insulted me. You ruined my life. You spoiled my Sunday. What is all this vocabulary saying? You are controlling my mind. Again, I'm repeating, and you decide. I can cheat, betray, exploit, shout, scream, lie. I can do everything. Can I enter into your mind and hurt you, disturb you, irritate you? Hanji? Okay. Sister is saying, if I'm attached to you, so that's why we said attachment was on the left-hand side. If I am attached to you, I am letting you. Again, think. Bothering you is fine, but who is bothering you? Yourself or I? I am wrong to you, there's no doubt about that. But I am wrong outside. See the difference, there are two worlds. I am wrong outside. You are not able to stop me, you are not able to change me. But you have one power, which we are not using. Because we immediately said, you troubled me, you bothered me, you irritate me, you upset me. You were wrong to me, correct. You cheated me, correct. You lied to me, correct. You hurt me. Correct? right or wrong? I can do everything wrong outside, but I only don't have one power. And what is that one power the other person doesn't have? The other person doesn't have the power to get into our mind and create our emotions for us. But we don't pause to think of that, and we just say, you hurt me. And we have a long list of people who has hurt us in our lifetime. Can I hurt you? I can be rude to you. Here. But who hurts you? Think. Who hurts you? Yourself. Acha, you changed now. Very good. Because yes, the few minutes back you said, when you're peaceful, I can't enter, but when you are stressed, I can enter. You know what that was meaning? That means when she is peaceful, she responds right to my wrong behavior. But when she is disturbed, she's already in a wrong state of mind, and so obviously getting hurt and getting disturbed will increase even with the slightest stimulus. But even then, the power was whose? The power is yours. So I am doing wrong to you on a daily basis. I can do everything wrong outside, but I only cannot do one thing. I cannot enter into your mind and create your thoughts for you. So who is creating the thoughts when the other person is not behaving right? Put the finger. Here, yeah. Thoughts yahan nahi hai. Here. Here. Again, repeat. Say it. Everyone needs to say this and stop living like a victim. Not even a victim to your spouse. Live like a master. Live like a giver. Don't live like a victim, and don't keep blaming people for your own pain. And don't stand there over here, heal me. People did not give me the pain, people cannot heal me. These are the two things that I will have to do. You can ask them to change their behavior. If they change, fine. If they don't change, then? And most important, sometimes they may want to change, but they may not able to be changed. I may want to speak louder, but there's a limit how much loud I can speak. I may want to be louder for you, but I am just not able to shout beyond a certain state. So sometimes the other person wants to change for you, but they are not able to change that sanskar. Isn't it just easier for us to change the way we are thinking about them? So let's all say it together. They can shout at me. You want to say it to the person next to you? You can shout at me. No, we don't want to give them this affirmation, you can shout at me. Don't say it to them. Let's say generic, because this is not about just the person next to us. It's anybody in the world. We are not going to live like a victim to anybody in this world. They can shout at me. They can be rude. They can lie. They can cheat. They can betray. But fill in the blank. Complete the line. But they cannot disturb me. That power is mine. I am the master of my mind. This is self-love. This is being nice to yourself. Not seeking love like this from people. Now, second aspect, more important. Everybody agrees that I am the creator of my thoughts and feelings? Can we just change this vocabulary from today? It doesn't matter that you create hurt. No problem. It doesn't matter you get irritated, you get upset. Just don't say one line, you irritated me. Don't say you are irritating. We don't even say you irritated me. You say you are the irritating person. All this vocabulary makes us emotionally dependent on people. And that emotional dependence is causing all that complication in relationships. So now let's put the finger here. Who hurts me? Who irritates me? Who is the cause of my anger? Now very carefully. Who is the cause of my happiness? Very good, congratulations. Don't stand in front of the world and say, do something so that I can be happy. Happiness is only going to happen when I create the right thoughts in every thinking, every situation, every stimulus, every person's behavior. And it doesn't mean that from today I will be perfect and I will not create hurt, I will not create pain. I will. But I will know who is creating it. And so I will say, they did wrong to me, I created the hurt, and now who will heal me? Who will heal me? So we are not standing with a begging bowl and say, sorry bolo. No. There's only one person who has to say sorry to me. Who is that one person who has to say sorry to me? Who's that one person who has to say sorry to me? The one who hurt me. And who is that one who hurt me? You know, there's a lady, she's about 35 now. She came to the center. She started understanding the basic spiritual principles. She was sitting in the meditation room. And she just came out and she said, what have I been doing to myself? I said, what happened? And she had a history where, when she was a 5-year-old child, her parents had left her with a family. They had gone out for something. And that 5-year-old child was abused. And that 5-year-old child blamed her parents for it and held on to that blame for 30 years. That 5-year-old child stopped trusting people. That 5-year-old child did not believe in relationships anymore. And that evening, she came out of the meditation room and she says, I just realized that what that person did to me, did to the body. What that person did was very wrong. But that person did that once to my body. What have I done to myself for 30 years? And she said, today, I'm going to release that person from here. I need to start loving myself. Because unless I love myself, I will not be able to love people. And it was just one thought. This doesn't take too much time. It was just one thought and shifted from living in a bitter manner, holding hatred, resentment, not forgiving parents. One thought and everything changed. So the outer situation may not always change. But if I change the way I think about that outer situation, I am changed. And that is called shifting from living like a victim to being a master. People may not be right to me, people may not be kind to me, people may be rude to me. Again, put that person on your left-hand side who's not right to you sometimes. And put yourself on the right-hand side. Their words may not be most comfortable sometimes. Their expression is not right. The way they behave is not comfortable. This is on the left-hand side. Everybody has to do this. Choose that one person first. It could be at home, it could be at work, it could be friends, it could be relatives, it could be your neighbor, it could be anybody. And now put yourself on the right side. What they do and how they behave depletes who? Whom does it deplete when they behave that way? Whom does it deplete the way they behave? Very good. It's lowering their energy because they're using lower vocabulary words, lower vocabulary emotions. Now here, let's say we both are on the same vibration. When they are behaving like that, they are going a little lower. Okay? Like this. You are here. When you have this mastery, that this is their behavior, how I think is my choice. What thought should we create so that we are able to remain here? And in fact, not just remain here, but go. We actually have the power in unpleasant situations to go higher. So what thought would we need to create at that time? Specific thought for this person. Like I said to this sister, that I can be wrong to you publicly. That's a lower energy. I deplete myself. I go lower in my behavior. I go lower in my emotions. I'll go lower in my way of thinking due to whatever my state of mind is right now. It even starts affecting my body, my behavior, if it's on a daily basis. Does she have the choice how to respond? Yes, we decided that she's choosing the response. Now most important is, what options do we have to respond when someone is not being right to us often? If I shouted at her, first option, shout back. Put both the hands there and let's do what the options are going to do to us. She shouts at me, my first option, I shout back. What will it do to me? Here. Second option, I shout more and louder than her. Go here. Everybody has to do it with your hands because it has to get recorded in your subconscious. It's not for anybody else. Now, let's choose an option which takes us higher. So that option will be, anybody? What option possible? Specific thought option. When someone's not being right, thought option. Ignore. When we ignore, one is ignoring outside. Okay, you close the door, you go into your room. But then you're not ignoring here, na? Here those thoughts are still going to go on. So let's choose an option here. What do we have to do here? Forgive. How many of us are ready to forgive those who are not right to us? This side? Ready to forgive those who are not right to us? Why should we forgive people who are not right to us? Because we are not forgiving them. This person did wrong. Their karma has already taken them here. And their karma is already going to get a consequence for what karma they have done. But when I am here and I say, I forgive. What is the meaning of I forgive? I forgive means I release this incident from here. And when I release this incident from here, it's not there in the closet of my subconscious mind for the past 10 years. When I release this incident from here, whom have I actually forgiven? So please always complete the line. We are not forgiving people because we don't have the power to forgive anybody. Because we cannot remove the consequence of the karma that they have done. Their karma and their consequence goes hand in hand, even if the whole world forgives them. But when we say, I forgive, I'm only saying, I clean up here. So are we ready to forgive? Even if they've done the worst that anybody can think of? Yes. Say yes. How will we do it? 4 thoughts. Let's record it right now here. Close your eyes. Bring that person on the screen of your mind. And always to remember, law of karma. And when we go deeper, we understand that we are a soul on a journey. We are in this costume now. We were in another costume earlier. They were in this costume now, in this relationship with me, in another costume earlier, in another role and responsibility. Everyone who's in our close energy circles right now, we are not meeting them for the first time. We've met before, we will meet again. And most of our interactions right now are based on our previous interactions. So it is a very deep past karmic account which has continued. And today we are going to change the quality of that karmic account. Look at them, and look at them not as a face, not as a relationship, just that light, that energy, the soul. We are sending the message to that being. That being is originally a very beautiful, pure being, because every soul is very pure and powerful. And just look at them and say, past is past. Just say it to them in your mind. It's going to reach them what you are going to say right now. Past is past. It's over. I release. I let go. I forgive. I forget. The past karmic account is over. I send you lots of love, respect, and blessings. Let's repeat it once again. Keep looking at them. Past is past. It's over. I release. Let's say it loudly. Let's not do it in the mind. Let's say it. Past is past. Don't shout, just keep it soft. Past is past. It's over. While you're saying it, remember, this is getting coded on your subconscious. We are changing our earlier recording. Our earlier recording was, I cannot forgive them. Our earlier recording was, I cannot forget what they did. Our earlier recording was, they hurt me. So we're just changing every recording. It's like editing a recording completely new. So say it gently, visualizing that this is changing my recording in my subconscious. Past is past. It's over. I release. I let go. I forgive. I forget. I send you lots of blessings. Send them lots of blessings right now. Send you lots of blessings. You are, say it to them, you are a pure, powerful soul. Say it with feeling for them. We know that they have not done right to us, but we are sending a blessing. You are a pure, powerful soul. You are a pure, powerful soul. Okay, come back. Can we do this for the next 10, 15, 20 days, every night for 30 seconds before going to sleep? Who's ready to do it? Okay? Please do it. Why? There was a situation, someone did something that was not right, I created a wound. I was not aware that I am the creator of the wound, I blamed them for that emotional wound. But I created the wound and I have held them responsible for that pain. And I'm living my life with that wound there in the subconscious. And because I'm not healing that wound, other situations and other people's behaviors will hurt me even more because the wound is, it's like I hurt myself here this morning. But I didn't pause to use the medicine to heal it. And I'm living my life with that wound. Now, everywhere I touch, everything I hold, everything I do, it's going to hurt. But I don't remember that it's wounded. I say this glass is not nice, this vase is not nice, this table is not nice. I start blaming the world for my pain. It's not the world is there a problem. The problem is I did not heal my wound. And even then I can live with my wound and I can live with my pain. But what if I, the soul, leave this costume? Are we going to leave one day? Certain? Are we going to leave one day? How many of you certain we are going to leave? Very good. And how many of you want to leave with your wounds? Do you want to carry your wounds with you? Why should we not carry our wounds with us? Why should we not carry our wounds with us? This is very important. Again, to remember, put your finger here and just visualize that little star is here. Okay, it's not physical, so we can't hold it, but just visualize that little star is here. Now just remove this star from there, okay? So I, the soul, have left this body. Bring it out here. Here. Now just look back from there. People left behind. Relationships left behind. All the problems left behind. What they did to me, left behind. All their wrong behavior, left behind. What goes with me? What goes with me? My every thought that I created when they were doing what they were doing. My every emotion that I created when they were behaving the way they were behaving. So let's say this together. They are not going with me. They are not going with me. Let's say this. They are not going with me. What they did is not going with me. How I think about what they did is definitely going with me. The soul leaves the costume with all the patterns, thinking, emotions, sanskars, karma. And now where is this soul going to go? Move forward, enter the womb of the mother, few months later, baby born. And that baby, at the age of 3 or 4, looks at the parent and says, "You don't love me." And the parent says, "What's wrong with you?" "I know you don't love me. You love my brother more." Why is that child of 3 or 4 saying this? Because the child has carried forward that song from the previous costume. And so it's very important. Anything that's not healthy, we need to clean it. And when it's a karmic account with a person, we will meet them again. How would we like to leave? Clean or with baggage? Light or with burden? Happy or in pain? You want to leave happy? Can you really be happy while leaving? Is it possible to be happy while leaving? Yes, it's possible to be happy while leaving. And is it possible to let others leave peacefully? And that is where that attachment brings everything down. Love is saying what is right for you should happen. Love is saying go forward on your new journey with blessings from all of us. Attachment is saying be here for me. Attachment is saying come back to me even after you have left. Love is saying thank you for every moment that you spent with us. Attachment is saying how could you leave me and go there? Is there a difference in the vocabulary? Is there a difference in the vocabulary of thinking? Every thought is different of love and attachment. Love is saying what is right for you shall happen. Attachment is saying how will I live without you? Difference? This is the difference. Attachment is all about, and love is all about. Again, look at the person sitting next to you and say to them, when I leave, you will be comfortable. And when you leave, complete the line. I know it's sounding funny right now, but you know what? We live our life saying to each other, I'll never be able to live without you. And we think this is a sign of love to keep telling each other, we'll never be able to live without you. And we actually tell each other, you see, when I go, you won't be able to live without me. Affirmation and affirmation and affirmation and affirmation of something which is a certainty. But we are preparing the other person for the other direction, saying, I know you will be in pain when I leave, and I will be in pain when you leave. And that is why when someone leaves, it's becoming so difficult. But we thought it's natural to be difficult. No. Natural is to miss the person. But grief, not wanting to live, asking them to come back, crying and complaining, how could you leave me and go? This is not natural. This is not natural. So should we not prepare ourselves? Should we or should we not? Should we be prepared or should we not be prepared? Yes? No? Yes. So when I understand that I am a being, I am a light, I am energy, I am a soul on this journey, here in this costume, in these relationships, in these interactions, this is their behavior, this is my nature, and how they behave, how I respond is my choice. And I love myself, I'm nice to myself, I'm kind to myself. And I know that when I leave this costume, the only thing that will go with me was how I was to myself. How the world was to me is not going to go with me. How they were to me is going to go with? Complete the line. How they were to me is going to go with? So for example, I was being wrong to her. My wrong behavior is going to go with me. How she feels about my behavior is going to go with? Bas, this is all that we have to remember always. And every time to remember, we may be with a lot of people and we have a lot of relationships, but the journey is of I alone. It's my alone journey. 100 years, this family. Next 100 years, this family. Next 100 years, this family. The second that the soul leaves, family concept is over. The journey is of I alone. So be with everyone. Radiate lot of love and power to them. Be nice to everyone. But first be nice to myself. And only when you are nice and kind and love yourself are you actually being able to radiate love to people. So when I was wrong to her, if she creates pain, that pain depletes her. Again, put your left and right hand. On the left hand is a family member, can even be your child. A particular behavior and you create hurt. And when you create hurt, where does that vibration of pain go? Where is that vibration of pain going to radiate? You're actually going to radiate that vibration of pain to them. Because you're saying, you hurt me. So first, I deplete myself and my vibrations will hurt them even more. So what is our role in family? Our role in family is if somebody is feeling low, we have to empower them and pull them up. Now this is attachment. So what is attachment here? Put both the hands together. This is attachment. Attachment means my feeling is dependent on you. If you are upset, complete the line. If you are upset, I am upset. If you are in pain, I am in pain. If your child is in pain, worried, stressed, hurt, experienced a failure. If your child is in pain, is it possible that we can be comfortable? Okay. Is it needed that we need to be comfortable? Why? Because when your child is in pain and you are also in pain, pain means worried. When the child is in pain and you are also in pain, then your pain is going to add to their pain. And that is why they will say, please leave me alone for some time. And you will say, but I want to sit with you. You say, but I don't want to sit with you just now. And then that hurts even more, that they don't want to sit with me when I want to sit with them. Why they don't want to sit with me? Because I'm radiating vibration of pain. And they are already in pain. They can't handle any more pain right now. This is attachment. And when I add pain to their pain, they're only going to go lower. And because of this, our children are not able to tell us their issues of life. And not only children, even adults of the family are hiding big problems and challenges. They don't tell family. And 20 years later, 5 years later, you come to them and you say, why didn't you tell us? They say, we didn't want to bother you. We didn't want to trouble you, so we didn't tell you. But if they had faith that we will remain like this, then they would have shared everything with us. Now, if your child is in pain, where do you need to be? Where you need to be? If a family member is going through an addiction, where do we need to be? If our family member is going through failure, where do we need to be? Where? How much? This is called detachment. And when we are detached, detached means my emotional state is not attached to your emotional state. That is detachment. And when you are here, what's going to happen? What's going to happen when you're here? When you are here, we are adding pain to pain. When you are here, you are adding power and healing their pain. What is normal? This or this? Let's stop calling depleting emotions as normal. Because the more we call them normal, the more we create them. So where do I need to be in the house in my vibration? Here. We need one family member here in every house. Just one person in every house is needed here. And that one person will empower everybody. That one person will empower everybody. But that one person will have to practice detachment in simple scenes of life. And detachment only means, this was not right, this is my way. They were not right in behaving, I was my way. This is detachment. Detachment means not being emotionally dependent on situations and people for how you are feeling. So from tomorrow, no, not tomorrow, from this evening, practice. Just practice. Only one simple thing. Change vocabulary. Just don't allow your mind to say, I'm feeling like this because of. No. The minute you say it, change, stop, pause, check. I'm feeling like this because of myself. And who will heal me? I. And you will raise in your vibration. Ready to do that much? I'm stressed because of? Boliye, I'm stressed because of? I'm angry because of? I'm hurt because of? I'm happy because of? Happy Independence Day. This is independence. 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 Dependent only on the one inside, the I. The I. And then, when people are not right to us, they don't behave right to us, just sit with yourself and speak nicely to yourself. And if you're not able to speak nicely to yourself, take a notebook, start writing nice things to yourself. For example, I was rude to her, and her friend is sitting her husband is sitting next to her. And I was rude to her. I said, you're this, you're this, you're this, you're this. Now she's created pain. And now he's sitting next to her and she's in tears. So what will he do? How will he heal her? How would you heal somebody whose mood has gone like, what do we say to them? So for example, he asks her, why are you feeling so low? So she says, you know what she said to me? She said, I'm no good. She said, I'm this. She said, I'm this. So what will he say to her? What will he say to her? What do you say to people if you want to heal their mood? What do we say? Bolo, bolo, bahut easy. What do we say? Chalo ji, it's very easy. What do we say to them when they say, they said this to me, they said this to me, they said I'm no good, they say I can't do anything properly. What do they say to me? What will? Hanji? They are opinion. No, what does he say to her about her? Very good. Don't worry about her. You're a beautiful person. You have such beautiful sanskars. He will say nice things to her, and very soon she will forget all those other things that I've said, and she will start smiling. And that's why if you see, whenever we create pain in one person's behavior, we go and talk to somebody else. We need that somebody else to say something nice to us for us to start feeling good. But suppose her husband says to us, so what she was saying is true. Now what will happen? That's why we cannot always go to other people for healing. Or she calls up her husband and her husband says, I'm very busy. Don't call me up for such small things. Then her mind will say, nobody loves me. Till now her mind was only saying she doesn't love me. But if one more person says something, she said, nobody loves me. Now see what happens with the power of such strong statements. Nobody loves me. Nobody cares for me. Nobody is there for me. What is the purpose of my life? All this vibration starts radiating to the body, and a blockage here, and hurt here, and pain here, very soon starts paining here. They did not cause the disease. Who created the disease? They did not cause my disease. They only shouted at me. They only wronged me. They did not create my disease. Who created the disease? The way I thought about how they behaved created my disease. So instead of seeking somebody else to say nice things to me, can I say them to myself? Can I say them to myself? How many of you have healed somebody else's mood? And how many of you had somebody else healing your mood? So we all know how to do it. The only thing is we've been doing it for other people. Now we are going to do it for ourselves. So like we will tell the other person, forget what they said. That was their mood, that was their personality. You're a wonderful person. Sit back and say to yourself, you're a wonderful person. Say to yourself, I'm a wonderful person. And even if you're not able to say I, then say to yourself, you're a wonderful person. This is not just for saying. The truth is that each soul is pure, each soul is divine, each soul is clean, each soul is powerful. I may have some acquired sanskars, some emotional habits. Okay, I will work on them. But if I have to work on them, I will need to be powerful. In a depleted state, it will only add stains to what my nature is right now. It's not going to heal me. So every morning say to yourself, I love you. We don't need to stand like this waiting for other people. You didn't say today that you love me. No, we don't need anybody to say that to us. It's not a line which needs to be said every day. Say to yourself, I am a loveful soul. I am a loveful soul. I remind myself every single day. I have to remind myself this. And when I remember that I'm a loveful soul, then I don't need love from everybody. Love is in my vibration. Love is in my aura. Love is in my energy. It just radiates from me to people around me. So you are a radiator of love, care, and respect, not a seeker. And that is why we only need one in every family to become this powerhouse. How many of you believe your children need emotional strength? And how do you plan to give it to them? How are we going to be able to give it to them? Kaise karna hai? Yes? The coming times are not easy. Situations are not going to get simpler. And if we don't help them to build up their emotional resilience, then very soon we are creating a world where people are walking around saying, I'm feeling depressed. And even now we don't pause and we check and change. Then very soon we'll create a world where we will be saying depression is normal. So we need one person in every family to raise the vibration of the house. We need one person in every family who can be that powerhouse, so that if one person has gone low, this powerhouse is radiating that power to empower the other person. That one person who's able to remain stable in every situation. Are you ready to be that one person for your family? Are you ready to be that one person for your family? Yes? Like we work hard, we earn money for the comforts of our family. If somebody says, why are you working so hard? You say, it's for my family. So we work hard to earn money, to get everything that money can buy. But you know what? Emotional strength is one thing that money cannot buy. And there's nothing more helpless than to see your family member, your child, feeling low, feeling worried, feeling stressed, feeling pain, and all your money is not able to heal. And all your contacts are not able to do anything at that time. Because at that time, that soul only needs power. And that power cannot be bought. That power cannot be bought. That power has to be created. And how do we create that power? This, daily, right thinking. In every situation, right thinking. So visualize this like a battery. I have to charge this in the morning and then keep it charged during the day. People behaving not the right way are depleting their battery. I'm not going to allow their battery to affect mine. I will take that 30 seconds, withdraw from what I'm doing, sit with myself, heal my mind. I will not just continue with that crying mind, with that wound, and go on doing what I'm doing. Tomorrow, if you wear a white dress, you wear it early morning and you're wearing it till the end of the day. Is it possible to keep that white dress white throughout the day, doing everything that you're doing? We wear every day. Everyone you're seeing here from Ramad, everybody's wearing white dress. And it's very easy. What do you have to do only? You can try this out tomorrow. Just wear a white dress for the day. And do everything that you're doing. Kitchen, driving, working, gardening, everything. But the only thing you will have to do while you're doing that is one word. What is that one word for that white dress? What do you have to do? Take care, that's all. Take care. Now just visualize doing everything that you're doing, sitting here, going to the airport, sitting on the chair there, on the seat in the flight, everything, but just checking. Take care. And in spite of taking so much of care, there still might be a stain. And the minute you notice the stain on that white dress, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Take a 10-second pause and clean it. How many of you are going to leave those stains on the dress and say, it's okay, tomorrow morning it will get washed? No. Cleanliness is purity, and purity is our personality. Now, tomorrow morning, take a white mind Monday morning. White. and keep it white till you come back home tomorrow. Possible? Possible? Yes? All that we need to do is, because that's one area where nobody else is going to create the stain. Who creates the stain on that white mind is only my thought. My thought. And if I create the stain, what do I need to just do? Pause, clean, which means change the thought. And the deepest level of stain is when we create critical and judgmental thoughts about other people. About other people. So ready? 24 hours? 5 o'clock today to 5 o'clock tomorrow. 24 hours, white mind. Who's ready to join 24 hours? 24 hours. But we have to take care. Otherwise it will start in the car only. It has to take care. It's only one word, attention. Just take care. And that is why in Hindi, meditation is called dhyan. Bas dhyan rakhna hai sirf. Take care. And what is meditation doing? Taking care. But when I meditate and I take care, I will become that radiator of power which will give power to the other people to help them to take care. And very soon my entire family will shift from to like this, with only one person doing it. Last week I was at a program, it was all doctors, and there was this cancer surgeon. He comes up on stage and he says, my wife has been coming to this meditation center for quite some time. I have changed. So everybody looked at him. Even I looked at him. I said, you come to the center? He says, no, my wife comes to the center, but I have changed. And then he said to everybody, okay, everyone should meditate, but my experience says that even if one member does it, the others will change. So that is the power of one. That is the power of one. It's like if one is stressed, the whole environment in the house gets, and similarly when one becomes powerful, the whole environment in the house will change. But the decision is, who's going to be that one? Who's going to be that one? At our center in Bharat where I am, a lady, fragile, short, old woman around 70, 75, she was going through cancer. And then her daughter had cancer, same time. And then her daughter had to go through a liver transplant. And the liver transplant didn't work. So the doctor said, we can't do anything more. And the daughter was there, not conscious. And this old lady, she calls all the men of the house, which means her husband, the daughter's brother, that means her son, and the daughter's son, 4 men in the house. And she calls them and she says, my daughter is in pain. We have to let her go. And they were like so upset and so angry with her. They said, this place where you go, no, every morning, this is spoiling your mind. Don't stop going to that place. Because they were anyways not approving of it. She said, okay, fine. You all go out, let me spend some time with her. And she just sat alone with her. She just held her hand and she was just talking to her. The daughter is in coma. Please remember, anyone who's not conscious can catch your thoughts better than when they were conscious. So don't think they're not listening to you. They're listening to even that what you are not speaking. They can catch your every vibration. A soul in the womb of a mother, a soul who is not in the consciousness state, and a soul when they leave the body, they can catch all vibrations because they're detached from that body, no? They're detached from that ego. So she sat with her, she held her hand, and most important, she said to her, don't worry about anything and anybody. We're all there to take care of your son. She spoke about the past, forgive each other, clear misunderstandings. And then she tells her daughter, please don't stay here for us. You need to go. this costume is not going to get healed. Within 20 minutes, the soul left the costume. Within 20 minutes. And the mother allowed the soul and literally pushed the soul to leave. It's like, your child is there at home, they're not going to school, you literally have to push them. Chalo, you have to go. You have to catch a flight, don't sit here chatting. Similarly, you have to do to the soul. Because our attachment and their attachment does not allow them to leave, and they just sit in that body which is not working for them. 20 minutes later, that soul left. Few days later, all those 4 men of the family, they come to the center and they say, and it was a scene, those 4 men and this one old fragile lady like that. And those 4 men of the house are saying, it's only because of her that we are a little in control of ourselves. This is called being that one powerhouse for your family when the need arises. Situations will come, but we need at least one person who will be like, holding the fort together like that. And that one will give the power to everyone to come out of it. But that one will have to invest time daily to create that power. It's not getting created on that day when a crisis arises. And it's not just for these tough situations of life. Day-to-day situations, our children are panicking today. Because we spent the last 2-3 decades working extremely hard, earning and giving them everything that money can buy. And now we're going to take out 20-25 minutes every day, working a little bit here to give them that, what money cannot buy. And most important, to empower them so that they are also ready to create those 20 minutes for themselves and empower themselves. It is a culture which will need to be created in every home before we create something which we will not be able to resolve. This is not a definition of success when we are talking of mental health issue on the rise, when we are talking of physical disease on the rise, when we are talking of relationships breaking up on the rise, when we are talking of addiction on the rise. This is not called success. It's a complete failure of ours. But we still have time. Take the U-turn, change a little bit as to how the house is going to be running, and create magic in that vibration there. Ready to take responsibility? Ready to take responsibility? Please stop saying, I don't have time. Because there will be one day where we will have all the time, but we will not have the power to face the situation. So let's change our vocabulary. Be nice to yourself. Don't say, I don't have time. That's not a nice line to ourselves. So let's take out an hour for 4-5 days and to come together and to learn the art of meditation. Meditation is not sitting straight, cross-legged, closing eyes, becoming thoughtless. That is not meditation. Meditation is practicing being light here. Meditation is practicing that soul consciousness. Meditation is connecting to that light, the powerhouse, and energizing yourself, which means that battery connecting to the powerhouse.